Vivek Ramaswamy. It's interesting because I haven't been able to find. He's doing a lot of typing lately, but not a lot of on-camera stuff. And that in and of itself is very telling, in the same way that J.D. Vance has basically disappeared. And yeah, there you go. See if I can. Yeah, because he has his own channel, which is stupid. This is the 8 days ago. Yeah. Keep 10, our best days are ahead. Yeah, so he hasn't really posted on his own site in about a week. And he does a lot of this crap about the deep state and whatnot, and how America's not expanding. Okay, and we'll go in here. One of the things that this is old anyways. He's not even posting new stuff on his site like a jerk. But one of the things he posted recently was this idea that American culture is terrible because we focus on, sports and all this stuff, all like stuff that like nerdy Democrats say, and yet we don't have maggots attacking us. Well, I guess we do, but we just don't care because they attack us for everything. So who gives a damn? But he's been kind of pushing this idea for a bit, and at American culture. Oh, hold on. Yeah, watch this too. Let's see. And I think that might have been Ann Coulter that attacked it. Hold on. Yeah. Oh, this is the whole her book not telling. This is just this is Ann Coulter saying she didn't vote for Vivek Ramaswamy because he's an Indian. Let me tell you something. This is we'll see. Let's see if this fits over and you guys can see it well. Boink. There we are. Oh, my camera keeps diverting back to that guy, and I'll switch it over so it's better. There we go. So. Hi, by the way, hit the like, subscribe, share the show, etc. You guys might be familiar with this moment because this isn't new, but this is very telling about kind of the generalized Republican feeling about Vivek Ramaswamy.
I'm a fan of yours, so I'm going to make a point of disagreeing with you so that it will be fun. You are so bright and articulate, and I guess I can call you articulate since you're not an American black. Can't say that about them. That's derogatory. And that was a great opening segment. Lots of things to talk about there. Oh, and I agreed with many, many things you said during, in fact, probably more than most other candidates when you were running for president. But I still would not have voted for you because you're an Indian. We'll get back to that.
Yeah, so not surprising at all. And by the way, is that audio choppy? Just let me know, guys, because it's quite telling that this is, how they talk about the Republicans are always complaining about unelected bureaucrats who, are appointed and get to tell the rest of us how to live and yada, yada. Isn't that what DOGE is? Isn't that exactly what DOGE is? Isn't that just a lobbying group of elitist appointed people telling us how to live? I mean, it's exactly the thing. So, okay, the audio was fine on your end. Okay, so it's only choppy on my end. That's good. So, that said, let's jump over. And he did this post. Hold on, let me see if I can even find it or whatever. Vivek post American culture. Yeah. Making this point that we focused, claims American culture has championed mediocrity over excellent. That's good stuff. So, and this is by the way, this is the Washington Examiner putting this out, just so you know. The Washington Examiner being, in Trump's pocket for all practical purposes. This is, here's Vivek Ramaswamy lamented the state of American culture in a message outlining a pathway to creating a new golden era for the United States. Former Republican presidential candidate warned on Thursday that our American culture has venerated mediocrity over excellence for way too long. In a lengthy post on X, and it was like a full page, single spaced, Ramaswamy blamed decades-long cultural trends as the reason top tech companies often hire foreign-born and first-generation engineers over Native Americans. He argued, and by the way, this came up because of Elon Musk having a pissing fight about this on X with other maggots. And so this is, you know, I was saying, like, this can only last so long before they start chewing each other to pieces. Remember I was saying that? Okay, well, this is a great example of the beginning of all of that. So he argued that the decline of U.S. citizens choosing to pursue engineering stemmed from kids growing up in a lazy culture that has long promoted the prom queen over the math Olympiad champ and the jock over the valedictorian. Now, I got to say, a lot of this sounds like stuff that a Democrat would say about kind of just, you know, sports culture over intellect and other skills. The irony that this is coming from them is just the reason you think of it as a democratic way of applying things, or why that mattered to us for a long time, is because if you're going to solve the problems that dog America, this is one of the things you're going to have to deal with. And so they're just coming to this reality. They're just realizing, you know, if you're going to solve these problems, Democrats have been on the solving train for a long time. And this is a regular, this is one of the elements, which is we need to put more people in STEM and all this kind of stuff, like stuff that Democrats have been talking about and funding forever. And then Republicans finally come to it, or they realize they have to solve this problem. Like, the only way we're going to solve it is the very solutions Democrats have been pushing for decades. So again, who won in a landslide if they just take all of our ideas? Right? Who won in a landslide if the way you fix the problem is the solutions that Democrats have put forward? Hey, Carl. Hi there. Yeah, Republicans on Republican violence. Yeah, I'm for it, by the way. Susie, yeah, they can go for it. I'm enjoying this quite thoroughly. This is the popcorn report as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so the words of Ramaswamy, who is President-elect Donald Trump's choice for co-chairman of the incoming, and by the way, this whole garbage about they keep calling it the Department of Government of Efficiency. It's not a department. Departments have to be created by an act of Congress. It's a committee. It's a lobbying group. It's not a department. Cummins experts have warned U.S. is facing a shortage of engineers, saying that nearly 1 in 3 engineering roles will remain unfilled each year through at least 2030. That also has to do with with the number of the amount of growth that's happening. Let's be abundantly clear that this is not strictly a like education problem. It is a shift in the needed jobs that are out there. Notice it's not like programmers, really. It's engineers. So again, this is a problem we've been pushing for a long time. We've been, like funding trade schools and helping unions and all that kind of stuff. That is the area where these jobs get filled. Okay, so then Ramaswamy continued to express that Trump's election could mark a cultural reset with a focus on practices such as more extracurriculars, less hanging out at the mall that could lead to a resurgence in top technical talent in the United States. Okay, first of all, Trump was a legacy hire at Wharton. He's a dumbass, and he couldn't plug in his own phone, okay, without help. So quit it. This can be our Sputnik moment. Also, why would we need our own Sputnik moment? Why wouldn't it be another Apollo moment, or our Jonas Salk moment, or there you go. Our Apple moment, I don't know, our personal computer moment, our DOS moment. It's just so stupid. We've awakened from slumber before, and we can do it again. And again, slumber. This motherfucker thinks, do you realize how much contempt you have to have for the average American to think this way? For real. I mean, it's one thing that, every average person in every average city driving around eventually has a moment where they're like, God, people are stupid when they're in traffic, right? But they don't really think that about their fellow human beings. They just kind of grind about it whenever something comes up. But to be like, he thinks this about everybody. And the idea that, okay, we're on a downward spiral of mediocrity that it led inexorably to the election of Donald Trump. Why isn't he an example of that mediocrity then? If you're saying people are stupid and lazy and ill-informed and don't have any skills for the modern era, then you're talking about Trump voters. Right? You don't have a trend downward for the United States where Trump gets elected that he's not a symptom of. Of course, that's so weird. Okay, anyways. Ramaswamy's message comes as someone that right have argued conservatives are making a cultural comeback with Trump's victory, vibe shift, blah, blah, blah. Post-spark thing on X. Where is it? With at least one prominent Republican pushing back against the idea there's something wrong with American culture. There's nothing wrong with American workers or American culture. All you do is look at the border and see how many they want what we have. We should be investing in prioritizing in Americans, not foreign workers, said Nikki Haley. Framing yourself new leader of the intellectual conservatism. Ramaswamy ran as the blah, okay, but nobody cares. With a crew of people like J.D. Vance, Elon Musk, RFK Jr., Tulsi Gabbard, and Vivek Ramaswamy, I think there's a real chance that things can change, said Joe Rogan. Yeah, if you want advice on creating more engineers, Rogan's your guy. We have a real chance to expose some of the deep-seated corruption, some of the problems we've had in this country, and move us to a better path. Oh, that's adorable. Real quick, what if there isn't any corruption? Not on that scale. What if it's like elections? What if there's corruption on a minor level like there is and there always has been because human beings do that sometimes, and there's enough people here where the numbers are relatively high, but compared to other countries or even on a systemic level, it's not anywhere near the level you think it is. What if that's the discovery? What happens then? What if you dig really deep and you go, oh, we just weren't trying hard enough. Oh, no, actually the people who've been telling us what, solutions need to be made and what work needs to be done, those folks, they've been right all along. What about then? For real. Seriously, what if you go looking for massive corruption that bends the scales of justice and economics and advancement, and there is no like magic spark plug that the big three car companies have been hiding from you? Then what? What happens then? That's the thing I find like these guys have written off the possibility of. They are so sure that it can't be that Democrats are right and solutions are complex and you've got to factor in a bunch of different things to try and get stuff to work each time, and you're answering to a myriad of constituencies, so there's so many like varying wants and desires. Maybe there's so many of those things that stuff just gets complicated and it's hard to work out. And you can't have concepts of a plan and then shit it out in 2 weeks and go, it'll be beautiful and great and wonderful and nothing will be wrong. Like maybe that's why Trump only has concepts of a plan, because when they start working on it, they come up empty. Does that ever occur to these assholes? Does this ever occur to Joe Rogan that maybe there isn't, again, a pentaveret hiding behind every corner, an Illuminati that's causing all this? Maybe it's just some complicated shit. It's so aggravating. And if you want to talk about some lazy aspect of American culture, the idea that compromise, exactly, Jack, in our chat room, that the concept of compromising and working out the complicated details of something that is extraordinarily hard to do, especially in a democracy, but at the very least in modern society, if you can't grasp that, that's the work it will take, if you can't grasp the idea that maybe we do need to, somebody should be taking notes. There's a lot of moving parts. If you can't grasp that, of course you're going to come up with some like, it must be all corrupt because it could be so easy. Well, you could do it so easy. This is why Vivek Ramaswamy, like a couple weeks ago, was like, the budget, the continuing resolution should be 20 pages. Yeah. You know what that is? That's a recipe for loopholes, dum-dum. Anyway, so the upside of all this, if I may, chat room, and I think that I can, thank you very much, is that these dipshits are sniping at each other. There was even a thing about Elon Musk and RFK Jr. having a pissing contest. I don't know if you guys saw this, but it largely has, remember this picture? Okay, this is Elon Musk has picked another fight in Donald Trump's inner circle with a Christmas challenge to Robert F. Kennedy Jr. He posted a picture of himself, Musk did, calling himself Ozembic Santa. And here it is, where he's super skinny. Look at his arm. I mean, he looks like Bad Santa. He looks like fucking Billy Bob. And it's not good. It is one of these, like, you know, clearly he just dosed himself up on this stuff, and he's jumping on this bandwagon. Well, of course, RFK Jr. is against it. And there's a lot of reasons to, you know, moderate the use of it. And, you know, again, a balanced conversation with this is kind of crucial. But he posted, caption, Ozembic Santa. He followed up with a message that quickly went viral in MAGA, like Cocaine Bear, but Santa and Ozembic. And he's not on Ozempic. He's on one of the other ones, I think they say. Yeah, technically Monjaro, but that doesn't have the same ring to it. That's the other same kind of drugs, you know, this category of drugs like Ozempic. He's referencing a once-weekly injection approved for use last year by the Food and Drug Administration during the Biden administration. That is widely used for weight loss. It makes the user feel fuller between meals and lowers the appetite. It is also used to treat type 2 diabetes. Musk is gloating about his trimmer figure in the post about the drug. Mounjaro works like Ozempic, slowing down how quickly food is digested and helping with weight loss, but he also appears to be trolling Kennedy, Trump's pick for Secretary of Health and Human Services, who's made no secret of his opposition to drugs as primary method of battling obesity. The first line of defense should be lifestyle, which it is. Like, fuck off. Most people, but it's a constant. It's an everyday thing. It's not treatment. That's just, people don't battle obesity or battle their weight, you know, except in, you know, in the parlance of diet companies and shit like that. You just try to stay healthy. That and that balance of, like, how far you go and coming back, and the difficulty of it as you age, or if you have hormonal issues and stuff. That's all in the noise of the world of dieting and fitness and gyms and blah blah blah. But it's nowhere near the part where you start taking Ozempic or these kind of things. And it is the first line of defense. It's just you don't talk about it until you bring up an actual a chemical line of defense by taking a drug. Fuck, these people are dumb. So aggravating. Kennedy is notoriously health conscious. Yeah, that's from the heroin, right? And posts gym photos showing off his shirtless physique at 70 during his aborted presidency campaign to restore America global health, while Americans gained 29 pounds during the COVID lockdowns. And again, an average. Shut the fuck up. It's just stupid. Let's see, Merry Christmas. This is him skiing. Musk is equally outspoken in support for pharmaceutical assistance in shedding the pounds. He posted on December 11th, nothing could do more to improve health, lifespan, and quality of life than making GLP inhibitors super low cost to the public. Nothing else is even close. That's why he was on it, you know, already at that point. There it is. Let's see. Luigi Manifesto includes a superficially damning claim. However, it's wrong. Want to understand why the U.S. Spends so much on healthcare to get this threat of a parasite. Simply had a reminder: U.S. has the #1 most expensive healthcare system in the world. We rank 42 in life expectancy. Yeah, that's not true. Okay, and the latest impending culture clash in the White House. Anyway, they're going to fight back and forth over this, and I'm totally fine with it. I just, again, we can just enjoy them chewing at each other's throats. Yeah. So this is going to be an ongoing thing too. And Trump has started balking at the whole VP Trump thing, which is all the reason why it needs to be like driven home even more so.